Stop right there, guys and gals. Are you subscribed? Have you subscribed to my channel? And no? No? Well, you better. Because Fluttershy is gonna get it. I think. What, you're not gonna subscribe? Okay. No! The gun is jammed! I can't shoot it! Fine. Fuck you anyway. What's going on, guys and gals? My name is Neko Fluttershy, and before we actually get started with our feature presentation, I might look a little different. Now, how do I look different? Why do I look different? Well, my hair's been moved to one side. I actually cut my hair a little bit. I tried to cut, like, this part of my hair and my other part. I want to keep mostly just this whole whatever the fuck I'm doing with this. So yeah, that looks a little different now. You can actually see it a little better than my previous videos. Because I tried, this is like my third or fourth take. Because, like, I couldn't get this part right. I don't know why. But I also cut my beard and mustache a little bit. Now, why did I do that? Well, why the fuck not? Facial hair actually grows faster for me, and I'm sure a lot of other people do as well. But facial hair grows a lot faster than actual hair. So, yeah. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to our feature presentation of the video. So, I was thinking, all the games that I have so far on the PS2, I'd like to make a video about them. You know, what I review on. So let's review some games. I'm going to be talking about them. I'm not going to actually be playing them on camera, because that'll take forever. Alright. So first things first, Gran Turismo A-Spec. You can actually see that. Okay, yeah, Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. It's a really good racing game. It's decent enough to be called a racing game. I like it. It's pretty fine. The controls are good, I guess. And some other things, but yeah, I mean, Gran Turismo 3 is a pretty decent game. The next game is that voice crack. Need for Speed Underground 2. Can you actually fucking hold on, guys and gals? Yeah, Need for Speed Underground 2. Either I look like shit, which I always look like shit no matter what I do, or you can't really see the game that I'm trying to show, but yeah. Anyways, Need for Speed Underground 2, I haven't really played much of it, honestly. I need a PS2 controller, I believe, for that game, but I don't actually care much for Need for Speed. It's not that it's a bad game series, no, it's the fact that I never really liked those kind of racing games, and besides, the first Need for Speed Underground was better. The only time I've ever actually played it was on the GameCube, and things like that, so I only had time to play it on the actual GameCube and nothing else. So it's pretty useless having that game in my collection. Other than the fact of saying, hey, I got the PS2 version. NASCAR Heat 2002, which, again, you can't fucking see. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Oh god, that's bad. Sorry for the bad lighting, guys and gals. It's gonna be a thing throughout the entire fucking video, I swear. But yeah, it's in a red box case. Need for Speed. No, not Need for Speed. NASCAR Heat 2002. Now, the thing about this game is, it's not like most NASCAR games. Sure, you go around in a circle, or triangle, or square, or random shapes and shit, much like actual NASCAR. And shit like that. But, it's not the same. It's not the same as the NASCAR Thunder series. NASCAR Thunder is actually a really good game. Probably better than the Heat series, honestly. But yeah, hey, it's both games are whatever. So the first thing that I'd like to say about Heat is it's decent. I guess it'll pass for a NASCAR game. That doesn't mean anything about it actually being a good game, but it's a game. And the same thing can be said with NASCAR Thunder 2002. NASCAR Thunder 2003 was better, honestly, I think. If we're talking about the Thunder games in the series, I think it's better than 2 in 2002, 2001, whatever the fuck. Now let's talk about Bakugan. Fuck yeah, baby! Bakugan Battle Brawlers on the PS2. I actually didn't really get much of a chance to play it. But what I will tell you, I beat the game on the Wii and the DS. Yes, I beat the game on both those platforms, so I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so Bakugan Battle Brawlers is a really good game. First off, this game is a part of my fucking childhood. So that's, I guess you could say I'm nostalgia blind partially with some of these games. Not all of them, but some of them. Like Bakugan, for example. Bakugan, I am nostalgia blind as fuck. Because I played the fuck out of that again on the Wii and the DS. So I can tell you about it. Now, the controls of moving your Bakugan are great. And, well, at least in the case of the Wii and things like that, I don't know how they, how the PS2 corresponds with, all the motion controls of the PS3 version, which I played, the Wii version and the DS version. Now, the DS version was made for stylus, and the Wii was made with motion controls in mind. I don't know about the PS2 version, but, the mini-games were mostly fun. On the Wii version, you had that shaking minigame. Shake your Wii remote. And you could do it like this, make it look like you're fucking masturbating. You can start fucking, yeah, you can fucking do that. You can actually do that in the game. You can shake your Wii remote like crazy. Sure, some people do it like this, but it still looks like you're jacking something off. This, you're actually jacking yourself off, but this, you're jacking someone else off. You're punching someone's penis. I mean, no matter how you do it, it looks weird. But, that was a fun minigame. The, other minigames, like the timing one, you press the buttons in time with whatever, that's fun. I like that too. The one I don't really like is the shooting battle, where you have to shoot your, attribute. I don't really like that one, honestly. I mean, it's fun, but compared to all the other ones, not nearly as good. But I like the fact that you can basically upgrade your Bakugan. I love the fact that there's tournaments, and the voice actors for these characters, Dan, Shun, Marucho, Julie, Alice, Runo, Masquerade, and things like that. Basically, all the characters, except for your character, Marduk, and Battle Axe Gladiator, Battle Axe Gladiator, and Leonidas, pretty much have their same voice actors and actresses as they did in the TV show. Now, why did I say, aside from Marduk and, your character, they didn't exist in the anime. And they were characters made specifically for the game, which I like. I like how you can play more or less as your own character, and the fact that you can basically, at the time when I first played the game, it made it look like and feel like I was a part of the Battle Brawlers. I felt like, this is back in the day, not really right now, but back in the day, I felt like they were in the same room as me, having the same battles as I was, and it was fun. I fucking love it. So yeah, Bakugan Battle Brawlers, I highly recommend you get, if you find it anywhere. The Wii, DS, PS3, PS2, any other version that may or may not exist, get it. It's worth it. It's awesome. Even to this day. Alright, now let's talk about Lego Star Wars 2. Now, I haven't played a whole lot on the PS2, but it's basically the same across the board, you know, the GameCube version. And, you know, the missions are the same on the Complete Saga, so, you know, on the Wii and things like that, so I'm going to talk about it from that experience. Because it's basically the same game, again, across the board. But Lego Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars series is extremely fun. I'm not big on Star Wars at all. I don't give a fucking piss about Star Wars. I don't care about the forced menace, clone attacks on the Jedi of Hope. Yes, I purposefully fucked up all the titles that I could. I don't know all the episodes and the movies. I mean, I've seen episode 3, you know, the one where not Luke, Anakin turns into Darth Vader. I've seen that one, which I guess technically is not exactly episode 3, it's episode 6, but episode 6 is Return of the Jedi, and I don't know! My brain is confused. Anyways, I'm talking about the game, not the shitty movies. Yes, I call them shit because I don't give a piss. Anyways, you know, Lego Star Wars, the series of the games, is really fun. And again, this is coming from someone that doesn't really care about Star Wars. Because, like with Bakugan, I actually grew up playing this game. I played the Complete Saga, I played Lego Star Wars and Lego Star Wars 2. I played the whole Lego thing back when I was younger. On the Wii and on the GameCube, and I grew up a lot playing, you know, those kind of games. So these games are really fun to play even now. They more or less tell the story of what happens in the movies. So if you don't really feel like watching the movies, but rather playing the games, there you go. It basically more or less tells the exact same stories and what exactly happens. And they can't really show more of the gruesome scenes. I mean, yeah, they can because it's Lego and they fall apart. But, like, you know, some of the things are weird. Like, you know how Lego games now, they have actual voice acting and people voice the Lego characters? Well, back in the day, Lego Star Wars 1, 2, Complete Saga, they didn't have voice acting at all. They pretty much had one or two noises that they made, and it did not sound right. Like, but there was some charm to it. Like, basically, they would start saying things like, or something like that. Basically, they don't speak. They don't talk, you know, human. They don't have voice actors. Now, I think that was a missed opportunity to have the voice actors from Star Wars. Because, like, imagine Harrison Ford being Han Solo in Lego Star Wars. That'd be awesome. I think it was Carrie Fisher, I think is her name. The one that played Princess Leia. That'd be awesome if she would have been able to do that before she died. And the guy, Mark Hamill, fuck yeah, that'd be awesome if he would have been Luke Skywalker in the series. And, what was the guy's name that played Darth Vader? Well, it would have been cool if he would have, been Darth Vader. But, no, they didn't have any voice acting. So that's the only downfall that I have with the series. Also, I really hate the chase scenes with, while you're in a spaceship shooting shit. A lot of people like that, and that's fine. But I'm more of a boots on the ground kind of guy. It's the same thing with Call of Duty, where if you have tank missions, I don't want to be controlling the tank. I want to be the one with the gun going around shooting and killing people. I don't want to be in a tank blowing shit up. Now that is fun. Yes, blowing shit up is fun. I love doing that. But, first off, my aim sucks with tanks. The controls suck with tanks, so I never can actually do anything right with those. And third, I'm just better off using a gun and actually walking, you know, and running and whatever, sprinting, not, you know, not fucking shooting at, with tanks. And it's the same thing with Lego Star Wars and things like that. But overall, the Lego Star Wars series, especially 2, is a really good one. I like it. Ratchet and Clank. Now, I've never played any of the games until a couple days ago or maybe a week or 2 ago when I made a video talking about it. That video hasn't been uploaded yet, I don't think. But it will be soon. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe in the future. At some point. But what I can say is my first time playing Ratchet and Clank in general. Not just, you know, this game, but in general. I've never played any of the games in the series before. And it's a really good experience from what I've played. You know, this is finally the first game I am coming out of basically not nostalgia blind, where I can talk about a game and not feel like I'm shitting on it because whatever, or that I am so nostalgia blind that I can't really see anything wrong with the game. Which in a way I can still see games that, you know, when I first started playing them, they sucked ass. Right? They suck ass now, but they were great back then. Ratchet and Clank isn't one of those games. Ratchet and Clank is actually a really fun platforming game, and action game, and adventure game, whatever you want to call it. More so platforming. But it's got a unique feature, unique things in the game, unique weapons and skills and whatever, that it sets it apart from other platforming games and RPGs and things like that. It's not what you would expect. Basically, the controls are fine. In a lot of games, the controls are great. I should be talking more about the controls. The controls are great. They're awesome. They're amazing. The video games are falling because they are not in a unique pattern. But yeah, basically what we're getting at here is I love that game. I may go back to it at some point. But I got a bunch of other games to go through. Got all these, which actually, let's just say, all the DDR games, whenever I get to them, I'm gonna put them all as one game. Not each individual game, because more or less they're the exact same as every other installment. But, slight differences, like the music and whatnot. But, we'll get to that when the time comes. AMF Extreme Bowling. Now, I have never played this game. I tried playing it before, but I guess I need a controller, like my I need a PS2 controller. Fuck that. So I never really got a chance to play it. Same with Final Fantasy 12. Now, with Final Fantasy, it looks fun. Like, same with bowling over there. It looks fun. I never got a chance to play these because I need to get a, I guess, PS2 controller, but, yeah. It's not exactly what you would expect. Guess I'll move that a little bit. God damn. Alright. Now, let's talk about Katamari. Oh yeah. Let's start with We Heart Katamari. Oh yes, we do. In this household. Katamari has always been one of those games that I enjoyed playing. I played the fuck out of Katamari, I think it was Damacy, back in the day. I mean, I love the whole idea of rolling things up into a ball. You know, getting a Katamari, which is basically a ball or something like that, and rolling things up. It's fun! It's awesome! It's a unique concept that I have never seen before, and I have never seen since. And it can only be found on Katamari games. Now, let me tell you something. The controls, they're a little weird, but you get used to them. The music, oh boy! Now, let me tell you something about the Katamari games. These games are a fucking acid trip and a half. Basically, you put these games into your system. PS2, PS3, whatever. You play these games, you're gonna start seeing some shit. You're gonna start questioning everything. Now, okay. I have a question to anybody that is in Japan, or that is Japanese, or whatever. What the fuck kind of drugs are you on? And can I please have some? Because, like, it's not just Katamari, but in general, the Japanese are a very creative bunch of people. The Japanese are they are experimental. They are influential. They are pretty much everything. Have you seen some of the commercials that they make? It's weird as fuck. And you don't understand completely what's happening. But I think it does its job well. I want some of these products that they have in these commercials because of how weird the commercial is. They have a very unique way of advertising, and I love it. They have a very unique way of, you know, certain video games like this, and LSD, Dream Emulator, and things like that. Very unique experiences, and I want to find out what their secret is, because it's awesome. Here in the US, we're lucky if we get any sort of, you know, things that are different. Like, here in America, for the most part, we get the same shit, and we know what to expect. Oh, a new Call of Duty game, yeah, shoot everything in sight. Oh, a new Doom game, same thing. Mario, you know, you go and jump on Koopas and Goombas and save Princess Peach, and maybe go Mario Karting and things like that. But in Japan, a lot of these things, they're so fucking weird. But I love it, and I wish other countries, especially here in the US, would take more chances and risks. Us gamers, we are tired of seeing the same games over and over every single year. We need something different. We need another Katamari game. We need, you know, we need games that are like Katamari. Very similar, very acid trip-like. And that is what we need more of. And yeah, I love Call of Duty and Doom and Halo and things like that, but you can only play so much of each game. I haven't played Doom Eternal since... Okay, so basically the last time I played Doom Eternal before I made that video with Fluttershy playing Doom again, that was like a month or two, maybe, I don't know, it's been a while since I played Doom Eternal. Then I play it then, and the game is fun, yes, but it's boring. I play the same levels over and over again, and I don't have the expansions. I don't have Ancient Gods Part 1, and I don't have Part 2, because that's not even out yet. But, you know, at the time of this recording. So, I'm tired of these kind of games. We need something new. We need something fresh. Why the fuck do you think I've been collecting a whole bunch of PS2 games lately? Not just because of my childhood, and because I think the GameCube, PS2, and the original Xbox are the best generations of gaming. Not just because of nostalgia, but back in the day, you know, they were not afraid to take chances. You know, games like Katamari, and games, you know, big games like Final Fantasy and things like that, very experimental ideas that you wouldn't really think would work, they work. They are awesome. They are what we need more of. So, to people that work at Namco and people that are in Japan making all these weird games and things like that, I thank you so much. I don't know what to say. You guys over there in Japan, you make the greatest shit. You make awesomeness happen. You know, and I thank you for it. And I wish we had more of your ideas and your brain power, because, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, Hideo Kojima, and think about it. People, okay, think about it. Japanese people made the video game industry what it is today. Hideo Kojima was responsible for a lot of Konami and all that. Shigeru Miyamoto, he was responsible for Mario, one of the biggest, if not the biggest franchise in the world. Even people that have never heard of video games before know what Mario is. And you got a bunch of other people. You know, Satoru Iwata, before he died, he was the president of Nintendo, and he made things happen. You know, Pokemon, and, well, I mean, Miyamoto as well, but, you know, Pokemon, Zelda, Fire Emblem, and things like that became household names in all over the world because of these people. And I can't really think, I mean, aside from John Romero, who worked on Doom and things like that, I can't really think of offhand a whole bunch of American people who made such a big impact on gaming. Meanwhile, in Japan, I can list a whole bunch. And I thank you for all that. And I really wish that we would see more games, not only in the series, but in general, of, you know, these kinds of experimental and creative ideas. The video game market is kind of blah lately, you know, it's all the same game, FIFA and Call of Duty and Doom and Halo every year, or every time, or whatever. I mean, And that's part of why I've kind of been starting to get out of gaming. I love gaming, and it's sad that I'm going to say these things as a gamer, but because of the oversaturation of the same games over and over and over, the same ideas, the same premises of microtransactions and things like that, I'm tired of gaming. And if I'm going to play video games, I'm playing with what I grew up with, because, you know, where I grew up with was not bad at all. It wasn't perfect. You know, the graphics could use a little bit of work. But it's not about the graphics. It never was about the graphics. It's about creativity. It's about whether or not people find the ideas original. And I love originality. Originality is awesome. Something that I wish I had. I mean, I could have never, ever come up with the idea for Katamari. Even if I could have been drunk or high or whatever. I could have never come up with the idea to make a game where you roll a ball and you collect things. You know, the concept sounds pretty boring, right? You roll a thing and whoopity fucking shit, you collect shit. But it works. It works. It is perfect. It is an amazing game, and we need more of it. We need more original ideas like that. Now, with that somewhat rant out of the way, these two games are fun. Definitely pick them up. If all these other games, I mean, you know, fuck all these other games. If you're gonna get a PS2, get the Katamari games. Hell, I didn't even know there was a second Katamari game. I knew there was one. I didn't know there was two. So, yeah. That's cool. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Grand Theft Auto as a whole. Now, I mean, the first two games I never really played because I mean they are top down, and I don't mind top down games, but when you play games from all those times ago, all those years ago, and you're used to what you have now, like Grand Theft Auto 5 and Vice City and things like that. Now my thoughts on Grand Theft Auto. I mean, yeah, killing people is fun. Running over people with cars is fun. Stealing money from people is fun. Doing all these things that you can't... Oh, yeah, I guess you can do them in reality, but it's illegal. But, like, doing all these things in a video game, things that you're not normally able to do in reality, is fun. I love that idea, that you can do whatever you want and beat the shit out of whoever you want. Be an asshole. That game is nothing but being an asshole. All Grand Theft Auto games are that way. But one problem I do have with Grand Theft Auto is all the racism that's in it. Like, look at Grand Theft Auto 5. That game, for the most part, at the very beginning of the game, I think the guy is Franklin? No, wait. Hey, who's that black guy that you play as? I forgot the name. Well, I mean, not at the very beginning where you rob the bank, but, like, the beginning after that. Like, I don't know. Basically, you're this, you know, this black guy, I again forgot his name. But, like, you know, he says stereotypical black people things. He says the N-word every chance he gets. Now, yes, I don't give a fucking piss if it ends with ER or A. It is still racist, and nobody should ever say those. I don't give a fuck if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic. I don't fucking care. You should never be saying those things. Why do you think there's so much hate here in America? And not really anywhere else in the world. I mean, well, there is some hate in other parts of the world, but not as big as here in the U.S. It's because, you know, we allow these people to get away with saying things, you know, saying racial slurs. Now, I'm not really gonna spend any, you know, much more time on it, but that's what I don't like about Grand Theft Auto. And now, Vice City is my favorite because as far as I've played, there is none of that. And if there is, you know, where they say the N-word, no problem, because they don't say it every goddamn fucking sentence. They don't say it every chance they get. And that's one problem I have with Rockstar games overall, is, yes, they are fun games. You know, Red Dead Redemption, even though I've never played them, you know, those games, and Bully, even though I've never played those games either. I've heard that they are amazing games. You know, I don't like the racism that is in some of these games. So, I mean, that's the only thing that's really keeping me from enjoying 5. 4 just sucked overall because, whatever. But Vice City was great. I enjoyed Vice City, and that's my all-time favorite Grand Theft Auto game. And it's very rare that I say anything good about Grand Theft Auto, because, like, for a while, I used to hate Grand Theft Auto. I used to be like, oh, you know what, there is no good Grand Theft Auto games out there. They all suck. They're all horrible. Whatever. But then Vice City came around, you know, I played that, and I'm like, okay, it's a good game, I like it, it's fine, it's cool, whatever. So, basically, yeah, Grand Theft Auto Vice City is cool, the controls are great, the music and the soundtrack is awesome, and it's a normal, typical Grand Theft Auto game. Resident Evil 4. Oh yeah, I beat the game on the PS3 so many times. Oh boy. Now, the controls are a little weird, and they need to be, you know, a little getting used to, but they exist. The controls are there to be awesome. You know, and at the time, that's what we had. And also, it's proof you didn't really need a game. Yes, Resident Evil was set in its survival horror roots, you know, 1, 2, and 3. But 4 wasn't all that horror for me. Same as 5 and 6. I think they're more of an action-based game. They're more of a action-oriented fest of whatever. And I don't mind that. I like it. I like the fact that, you know, Resident Evil took a different direction. Not every game in the series has to be, oh shit, jump scare. Oh fuck, what the hell is that thing? Oh no, we're all gonna die. Oh no, you know, the whole survival horror thing. Like, it's whatever. Like, you still gotta manage your resources and still do things that a typical Resident Evil game does. But it's overall good. You know, I like the premise. Now we're gonna get to the final games that I have so far. I'm gonna get some more PS2 games, so whenever I get more, I'll review them as time goes on. But, yeah. Just note that every single time a DDR game shows up in these videos, I'm putting them under 1. So, you know, I just bought like 2 more DDR games. These games are all the same, really. Basically, you move to the beat. You move your feet to the beat, and then you eat. I don't know. But, like, these games are fun. They're amazing. They are a great way to get a workout. Now, I'm not really one for games like that because I don't really care, you know. But the very fact that these games exist, and I played the fuck out of these back when I was young in school. You know, I made a whole video about that where I was playing video games in school, and they were mostly DDR-based games and things like that. But when you have a peripheral that's different, like a dance mat. Now, okay, I will bite. Remember when I said I like originality in, you know, games? How much more original can you get than this? I mean, no one ever thought to make DDR games or any sort of dancing games until Konami came around and did some DDR. Or I think it was In the Groove or something like that they also did, or something like that. But I mean, how could you not think to do that? You know, when people are talking shit about gamers and thinking that every gamer in the world is fat, oh, yeah, every gamer's a fat, obese piece of shit because they sit at a computer screen or a TV screen all day, every day. They don't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And, like, no one ever thought to combat that with these kind of games, like DDR, before DDR came out. Come on, people! Come on! Fucking come on! But yeah, I mean, they're all the same game, pretty much. Just a different soundtrack and, you know, different patterns and whatnot. And I like these games. DDR is fun, and my goal is to collect every single one of these games. Now, I'm not talking about the arcade cabinets. God fucking damn, no. There is no way I can fit... I could probably fit 1 or 2. 1 or 2 if I do some rearranging in my room. But that's it. That's it. I won't have enough room to put every single arcade cabinet here. And also, I want to get House of the Dead. I want to get Galaga. I want to get other arcade cabinets that are not just DDR. I want to get a bunch more arcade cabinets. But anyways, guys and gals, enough talk about that. The rhythms are fun. The gameplay is fun. Now, ultimately, yeah, I grew up on nostalgia for these games. But another thing that got me back into DDR is my friend PK Gam. He does a whole bunch of videos that are, you know, Step Mania and In the Groove, DDR, things like that. He does a whole bunch of videos on that. And how fun it is to like, you wouldn't think it would be much fun to just, like, you know, do whatever, you know, left, right, up, down. But you get to fucking stomp all over the place. Imagine my legs are going. And then you do something like that. It's fun. It's awesome. It's amazing. You know, and that's what we need more of, is more DDR style games. But anyways, guys and gals, that's gonna be it for this video. You know, that's my thoughts on all the games, and also every other DDR game I get, the review is gonna be the exact same. It's fucking DDR. But hey, Scott the Waz! Scott the Waz, are you watching this video? Probably not. But if you are watching this video, you should do a discussion on DDR. Because these are really important and a good way to do some history on gaming. Anyways, guys and gals, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a like if it's fun too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified, boom, of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else that I do. Follow me on Twitch, because I do some live streams on there occasionally. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people, and bro.